What up, what up? My name is Gio and I'm an artist from LSK City, Zambia. And just want to take you through a little breakdown. I'm going to break down my song Come Again. It's from the album Before I Begin. That's my first album ever. And I want to just, for those who are really interested in what we do in studio, just to take you through my process, how I created this beat, how I recorded the song. Now, when I did the song, I was going through a creative block for a couple of days. I felt like the album was missing something. And so I decided, let me find what's missing. So spent a whole 3 or 4 hours trying to create a new song. Didn't manage to do that. Then the following day, 3 or 4 hours, nothing happening. In about the fourth to fifth hour, I just was in this new space in my brain and it just flowed. So in about 10 minutes, the whole song, the whole beat that is, the whole beat, the whole idea just came from nowhere. And so it's a very simple song. And on this, I want to show you that simplicity is king. Okay, so let's go. So like I say, this is the simplest beat. If you can see, there's very few stuff laid out here. So I'm gonna start with the bass line. So the bass line is called Offbeat Bottom in Reason, and that instrument looks like this. It's from the Subtractor. That's what I used for my bass. Didn't do any special tweaking there, nothing whatsoever. So this is what I put down first. This is what sparked the whole idea for the song. So from that bass line, next thing I added was a loop. I like to use loops on just about every song. Sometimes I tweak them left, right, center just to, see what they would do when I put them together with drums. So the loop I have on this one it's called a Daboka. So for my loops, I use Dr. Octorex. This is my go-to loop player in Reason. Put that together with the bass. Now, loops. Remember I told you I like using loops. So from that Daboka loop, I went and added another loop. And this is what really drives the beat. It feels like now it's began. Put that together. Then for my drums, I use different instruments for my drums. So on this particular one, I use the Kong. And on the Kong, simple beat, guys. Like, this is the simplest beat I've ever made. First, I had this. So the kick, nothing special. Combine that with a few other samples. I didn't use too many though. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put that together. So the beat here turns to hip hop. If you notice, it's got a reggae vibe or a dunka vibe to it. I felt like I wanted to add a happy song, so put that together. Sounds like that. From there, what I added was this. The 808. I think modern music now, 808s are like a must. So for the 808, I will not tell you where I get my 808 samples, but so played around with the pitch a little bit here and there, and that's basically it. So, one more instrument. Then this string that comes in on the chorus, and when I play it together, and that's it. That's it for the beat. That's all I did to create the basic structure of the beat. But of course, I did mention that I use Logic Pro X for additional production and for my vocal recording. And I'm going to show you just some of the stuff I did in that software. Okay. So like I said, I use Logic for additional production and vocals. So this song has a reggae vibe to it. So one of the first things I added was an E-piano, which goes like this. After the E-piano, I had a little weird, cool reggaeton guitar, which is this one here. Then one interesting thing I think about the song is this section where you hear this interesting vocal sample. I'll be in your ears, so this sound, how I did that, I used a plugin called Alchemy. Alchemy is this one here. So in the advanced section, you can load a vocal sample, tweak these things around, and end up with that vocal sample. Now, here's what I did first. Record my vocal with the tune that I want, then load it into Alchemy, make a few adjustments with pitch, and boom, that's the sound. So here was the original vocal sample, and it goes like this. When I loaded that into Alchemy and tweaked it here and there, here's what I got. Combine that with the music. I'll be in your ears, and basically that's all I did on the instrumentation, and that's what makes a song unique, not doing too much. Now the final part, my favorite part, is the guitars. Now Sammy from Kingsman, he's the guitarist that I like to record with. And so what we did on the guitar sections, we have this. So when you combine that with the music, spitting in my face. I think I need to mute the vocals. Let me just mute the vocals, and then. Of course, I had this over here. And from there, we went into the chorus section. In the chorus section, we had more guitars. So what I like to do when recording guitars is I record, of course we had a lot of takes. We had take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a lot of other deleted ones, but I like to keep double. So pan them left, pan them right. So for these ones, I did hard left and hard right. And then didn't do too much on EQ, and there I put a compressor. And then I added a guitar. I have a guitar channel which I use, a send, a bus for the guitars where I put all my effects. So what that looked like is a bit of an EQ here and there, tweaked it here and there. I like to use FabFilter for my EQs and the like. I use True Reverb for the guitar reverb. No, actually, I thought I used a guitar plugin, but on this, I didn't. I just EQ'd everything just according to what sounded right. So I used the SSL EQ, used the FabFilter EQ, I put reverb. Also, finally, just this section. If you pay close attention to the chorus or the bridge, you hear a lot of vocals. I had a little bit of Kanye West, inspiration when doing the bridge. Boom, 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 boom. If you've listened to Jesus Walks, you know that this is the sound you got on that. So, boom, 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 boom. Now, I like to sample. Pay close attention to my music. You might hear a couple of sounds that you've heard before, especially for songs that sound like this. So for this one, remember I talked about the string from Michael Jackson's song, Who Is It? Used that on the chorus. This section, I had Kanye West influence here. Then if you know that song we used to watch on TV, Daddy Boom, Daddy Boom, Daddy Boom, Daddy Boom, Daddy Shucking, I come back again, Daddy Boom. You know that song, you hear it here. Boom, 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 on this section. Boom, 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 boom. It's coming. Boom, 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 over here. Come back again, Daddy Boom. So I got that from the Shoki, is it Daddy Shoki song? And when the song ends, come back again, Daddy. So that is how I created Come Again. Of course, if you listen to the song, you hear the combination between, the combination of the instrumental and the vocals. And so that's my production process. And simplicity is king. If you want to create a good record, be as simple as possible, but be very precise with the kind of sounds you use and stuff like that. Make sure you spend a lot of time just cleaning up everything. I think most producers, what we tend to do is add a lot of sounds, and hopefully that will make it sound good. But you find that the simpler your instrumental, your song is, the better it will be if everything is done to perfection. And when you clean it up, few instruments sometimes just work magic. So there's no rule. For me, there's no rule to say I do it like this. A lot of stuff, or whatever you feel is right, just do that. And that's the way it works. Go to thenatives.com, go to Deezer, Apple, iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, and get the song. And hopefully it'll bless your life. So come again. Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah.